Hello, you're watching the Lewa Show and I'm your host as usual, Lewa KANAH, and my friends are here with me today at the Holiday Inn, guys.
Yeah,
How
here
you
at the
feeling?
Holiday
So
Inn.
good. I feel good.
amazing.
I feel good, but I feel like there's so much happening here at the Holiday
There
Inn.
is a lot happening here at the Holiday Inn. Actually, we've got a trivia going on behind us.
trivia.
Have you been to the craft markets here?
No.
They're good. Yeah, we should check it out.
But it's all happening here at the Holiday Inn. It's a wonderful atmosphere. It's great to see people out and about on a weeknight, which is very rare for us here in Port Moresby, isn't it?
Very true, very true.
So today we're talking a lot about, I wanted to talk about travel mainly, because look at this venue that we're at the Holiday Inn. I mean, it's just a fantastic venue right now.
Yeah.
The atmosphere is amazing and people should be out enjoying a beautiful night like this.
Exactly.
Definitely.
And there's more of that here, right here in the country.
Yeah, there is. But guys, like I've traveled extensively, like not.
Oh, we know this, Kevin. We follow you on social media. We know you travel.
I'm just letting you guys know again. But anyways, I feel like traveling in PNG is really expensive. Like I would love to go to like Manus or go to like to see all my friends in Bougainville, but it's so expensive. Like I'd rather go to Sydney than like I'd rather go to Sydney. Like it's cheaper to go to Sydney than going to like flying to Manus or flying to even New Ireland or even to go to like Bougainville. And it's beautiful parts of PNG.
Right.
And not only are you paying for flights, but you're paying for like accommodation, which is like $700 or even $800 a night easy. Then you have to pay for like the food, which is expensive.
Reasonably expensive.
Yeah, reasonably expensive.
Whereas going to like say Southeast Asia, you can pay 1,200 kina return trips. And literally the food is so cheap because you just pretty much survive on street food.
Yeah, so we should do a really quick poll. If you're watching the Lewa Show, follow us on our Facebook page. We want to know why you don't travel locally if you are like us and haven't traveled widely here in Papua New Guinea.
Yeah.
Off the top of your head, how many places have you been to here in the country?
Probably about 5 provinces.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you've been here your whole life?
Yes, been in Moresby my whole life. But otherwise, probably a week or 2 outside of Moresby.
Wow.
Yeah.
And yourself?
Four provinces, I just counted. Not that much traveling, no.
Yeah.
But growing up, I traveled a lot.
Yeah. I would be about 4 as well, because if you include like the Central Province, which, you know, we're here, which is pretty sad.
Very
considering.
true. Yeah.
Sounds bad.
What's the main reason?
Cost.
Yeah.
Cost. I mean, like we all know, I've got 2 girls and I'd like to take them traveling, but I'd love them to see more of the country before I take them out overseas. Although, like Kevin alluded to earlier, it's just cheaper to go to Brisbane than it is to go to, you know, they're part Buka, and it's cheaper to go to Brisbane than it is to go to Buka.
Wow. How much is a flight there? Have you looked it up?
Oh God, it's almost 2,000 kina return.
That is
It's quite
sad.
expensive.
Sad
And if you're
truth.
going as a tourist, obviously you have to pay for your accommodation, which I mentioned earlier, and that itself is really expensive as well.
Yes.
And then obviously we know food could easily be like $100 per meal,
Yes.
like for breakfast and then for lunch and dinner. So it's $300 a day. Like if you,
And that is breaking the budget. I mean, realistically speaking, that is breaking the budget. You can't spend 300 kina on food, realistically speaking, on a day-to-day
On
basis.
one day.
Yeah.
That is really expensive. The other trouble I have is actually knowing where to go or what's available. Like I just don't feel there's enough information out there.
there's a lack of it. There is a lack of information in terms of traveling in PNG. I mean, a lot of people come to PNG thinking that PNG sort of works like the rest of the world in terms of transportation, or they think there's sort of like an Uber here, or they think that Google Maps sort of works efficiently here, but it doesn't. So yeah, all my friends at Google that are working, meanwhile, they're like, we don't even know Kevin. Like,
So we should hear what the rest of Papua New Guinea has to
Please,
say.
let us know.
Find us on the poll on the Lewa Show Facebook page. Tell us why you don't travel here in the country. What is your main reason? because if it's the same as us, something needs to be done for sure.
Yeah, and then if we do get
yes.
your reasons or your responses, we'll go and see those people that are responsible for your issues.
Okay, we can't promise you that. Hold that thought. We've got more coming up on the Lewa Show very shortly. Hello, you're watching the Lewa Show and I am your host, Lewa KANAH, and my friends are still here.
Yes, we are.
Yes, we aren't going anywhere.
A wonderful holiday in.
Right?
This place is good.
It is. It's buzzing right here.
Yeah.
Actually, your jacket is really cool. I forgot to mention.
Oh, thank you.
I like it.
It's one of my favorite pieces.
Right?
Yes.
Do you like it?
Did you get inspired from somewhere and do this? Or
No, I bought this in
you
Singapore actually.
Okay,
Wow.
sorry. I was
Yeah.
a bit distracted there. Cecil,
Yes.
the fit one out of all of us.
Fittest.
What's
Yes.
your opinion on the fitness industry in our country?
The fitness industry, I think it's very young. It's a very young industry at the moment.
That's a very good description of the industry. Yeah.
I think only till recently there were people training others that were sort of just from what they learned along the way. But I think within the last probably I'd say 10 to 15 years, people have actually been getting certified and are out there sort of doing their thing now. So I think it's still a very young industry and something that will grow
Yeah.
a lot in the coming future. And it's taken off. I mean, especially here in Moresby.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, do you think that in terms of being a young industry, is it lack of education or is it people just not interested in health? Like, what is
Yeah.
your opinion on
I
that?
think it's a mixture of both.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a mixture of both. Lack of education locally. We've been talking about how expensive it is to travel.
Yeah.
I think I personally got certified in Australia,
Right.
and I know
Ish.
if you can't, yeah.
Okay.
For those
The Kevin spirit is just floating across.
I'm like, ish.
And now I think with the introduction of online certification, I think
yeah.
that's helped a lot. Yeah.
Oh yeah, good
Yeah.
point. Yeah.
And then also people are just they're just sort of not into that sort of training. They don't see the importance of it because naturally we are quite fit people. Yeah. So
Yeah, that's what I was trying to
Yeah.
talk about. Times have changed. Like our
Yeah.
parents, or
Oh,
no, maybe
yeah.
not our parents.
yeah.
Sorry, mom and dad. The generation before,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I'll probably be locked out tonight.
Come take it away from me.
But the generation before, right? Everything they did involved workout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going to the garden
Yeah.
to have a shower, you got to fetch water.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
make dinner, you're on your knees. Like
Yeah.
they're naturally fit, so
Yeah.
they could afford to eat, carbohydrates and
Yeah.
Yeah.
starchy foods, which is
Yes.
predominantly what we eat.
Yeah. Garden foods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas times have changed now,
Yep.
so we can't afford to do that because
No.
we all sit. I mean,
Yeah.
except for you, but we all sit all day long.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, very true. Yeah, so I think just and people are slowly learning about that too. I think with the introduction of the hunters as well,
Yes.
people have seen how the heroes from the Digicel Cup, after being put on like a solid 3-4 month program, their bodies have changed. Like they
Oh, wow.
run out being
Oh my God, there is hope for
hulky
me.
and-
They look amazing.
There is, my brother. There is.
So do you
definitely hope.
exercise when you travel?
Yes, I do a lot of like this like bicep curls. Like, I rarely exercise when I'm traveling. Hey, but the good thing about traveling is like, especially when you're overseas and it's sort of safe to walk for 10 kilometers, you can actually do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
So you-
you're actually walking around. You
Oh,
don't
you can
realize that you're exercising, but you
Yes.
are looking
Yes.
around.
And
you know.
I've invested in a Fitbit, so it
Yeah.
sort of like keeps
Where is
track
it?
of. No, I've got Utsiki on tonight.
Okay,
Today.
yeah.
nice.
Utsiki guys,
Yeah.
hit them up.
I've got my Fitbit on.
Oh, you do. There's a Fitbit. Can the camera just?
Close up. Oh, that. Right.
Close up.
Which are we looking at? Here or there?
Can the camera come
Which
back-
is it?
Can the camera come back to my watch?
So how many steps have you done today?
Today I've done a total of
50,000.
6,871 steps.
Woo.
So
Whoa.
pretty, yeah.
Kevin just went quiet.
Wow.
Anne-Marie has nothing to say. So a very young industry.
Very young industry.
What
one
do
that's
you think
growing.
needs to happen to push this industry forward?
I think we need to make education in the country a lot more accessible. Yeah. So apart from the online stuff, I think with the high performance center we've got out at the TAC, they're bringing in people as well, but it's also sort of for a specific group at the moment. But for people like your average Tom, Dick and Harry that wants to become a PT, they've got to look outside, either outside Moresby or online to get the certification.
So there is no courses available here in Port Moresby?
No, there isn't anybody sort of certified to do that.
Well, you are for the fitness and
for the strength and conditioning.
Strength and conditioning.
Yeah, rugby. Yeah, so that's a different field.
Oh,
but
sorry.
so, I mean similar field but different aspect of it. Yeah, but I think local education is something we need to work on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what Papua New Guinea thinks. Another poll. I'm loving these polls.
Yes.
Right.
Addicted.
Yes.
Facebook page, The Lewa Show. Tell us why you don't exercise. Why is it that you don't want to work out, or is there a reason? Like for Anne-Marie, what made you join Zoo?
Honestly, I wanted to look at something to help my health in general. And when I was introduced to Cecil, I couldn't help it. You know, if something is there, ready to go, why don't you join? Like, I'm ready to do it.
Oh, convert.
Thank you.
Like,
Convert.
get a touch. Get a touch. I can't.
We've got a lot more to talk about right after this on the Lewa Show. Do not go away. Don't turn your phone off. Don't turn your television off. Don't turn your laptop off.
Buy more data. Buy more data. Buy more data.
We'll see you very shortly on the Lewa Show. Hello, we said we'd be back, and here we are on the Lewa Show.
Back again.
Ooh,
Not going
Seth
anywhere.
had that little shoulder thing going.
A little shiver thing going.
Double thumbs up.
I
That's a
think he was
double
going
thumbs
to be
up.
like he was doing before.
Show the guns.
All right, so we talked about travel, we talked about the fitness industry. Travel again.
Yes.
How do you look flawless on your travel trips?
Looking flawless comes to packing the right kind of makeup products. So if you want to travel, you're looking at small, compact sized lip gloss, foundation, some couple of eyeshadows, you know, powders. This small, compact sized makeup kit can actually help you pack. So you want to pack some fitness gear, you want to pack some photographic gear, you want to pack some clothes, you know, all things to make you look your best on your trip. Makeup, just a little bag can do it a long way.
All right, I'm just going to object because, look,
You can't
I'm one of those
everything.
ones like take 5 outfits but pack 35 in case. You know, my makeup bag is not this small. It's a suitcase on its own. I actually have
The
to
size
check
of this table.
Let's be real.
No, it's like for reals.
Yeah.
I actually have to check it in on its own because it's like so. What's necessary? Like you can't tell me to trim that any smaller.
Well, you can take what you feel you need. If you're a person that travels and like, you know, you're more on the fitness side, you want to just look good, but you know, also, you know, keep your fitness, you know, thing going on. Packing your bag in a way that gives you space for every aspect of what you're trying to do on your travel. I think makeup can come in a small case. Picking the right products. There's small travel kits. Considering if you were to travel, you have to consider that powders can break in your bag. So if you're gonna spoil your outfits, foundations can run in your bag if you accidentally break a bottle. So like packing stuff that come in containers, packing eyeshadow kits that are small, compact size can actually help with the space you have in your bag. And coming to think of like, you know, application wise, you want to see what's out there but also look good. So pack things that you are more practical on, things that you will wear and things that will last the entire day when you're out, you know, looking around, experiencing what it is the country you're in.
Right. Okay. So let's start from the extreme traveler.
Yeah.
You.
Yes.
Oh, I like how he just like gets up,
That's me. Yeah.
bangs the table again. In terms of you and looking good and all of that, how much space does your travel make up, or, you know, take care of me?
I don't know. Honest, like it's literally a tiny body bag. Yeah, I mean.
When you said body bag, I was like,
Body type.
Wait a minute.
I call it a body bag, and I pretty much put like obviously you can't bring a massive cologne like on your carry-on. So yeah, what I do is I buy little sort of like little travel kits. Yeah, and then you can put like you can pump your colognes into them, or you can do whatever with them, and then definitely colognes. A lip balm. I always carry a lip balm because it's really cold in some countries, so it's really awesome that you have these things in hand, especially like a lip balm. I feel because it's very important.
okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Cess?
I always have moisturizer.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, because my skin gets really dry because I'm always outdoors. So
Yeah.
Oh, he was gonna say I always work out. That loves
bit of a
me.
touch up.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
So moisturizer is like your only, apart from the necessities.
Yes.
Yeah.
Moisturizers.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You know, you get a really tight skin, so you need to like settle it down with some moisturizer.
Need to just.
I'm like, hey, settle down, settle down,
Settle down.
settle down. Hey.
Finally.
Yeah, well, when they finally give it back to us. Woo. All right, so your final tip, we've got to go on to our next topic, but your tip is to keep everything concise, small.
My tip when it comes to packing makeup in your travel bag or in your suitcase, pack your makeup not in a bag, but might as well just put it in between your clothes. In that way, when your suitcase has been thrown in the baggage carrier and everything stays in place. Pack tight so that things stay in their places. And keeping, like if you were to carry eyeshadows, put them between your clothes. If you were going to carry foundations, put them in a plastic bag or a Ziploc bag, and then that will be the safest thing to do when you're packing your bag.
Have you had me sing?
No, it shouldn't be recognized.
Wow.
All right, you are watching the Lewa Show, and I'm your host, Lewa KANAH, and these are my friends.
Cecil Davani. You can follow me on Peak Fitness PNG on Instagram.
And Mari Patterson, and I'm the makeup artist behind Makeup by Mai. You can find me on Instagram and on Facebook as well.
Kevin Alo, PNG Style Mangi is my handle on Instagram.
And again, I'm your host, Lewa KANAH, in case you forgot my name, like just in case you didn't see Lewa there on the Lewa Show. Follow us on our Facebook page, The Lewa Show, and on Instagram and on YouTube. We will see you next time.
Bye.